Okay, so it's a little too cold to be in my car, so we're ending the year on a Room Talk Thursday video. How the fuck is this the last Thursday in December? Where did December go? Like, it's this whole month, at least these last two and a half, 3 weeks, have just felt like a massive blur. Like, I remember for me, October, like the very end of September, and pretty much all of October was this massive blur. But that makes sense to me because Kuro 2 happened. Kuro 2 was just this black hole that sucked up and devoured all of my time and energy. And when it was done, I thought, oh my god, thank goodness now I can do other shit and hopefully I'll actually enjoy it. And then I did. I was reading Dune and I thought Dune was really good. I said, I'm gonna watch Ruby, and that was a lot of November. And the very early December, I remember December 1st is my binge season 9. And then I think it was the next week or week and a half was Ice Queendom and the two Justice League specials. I watched season 3 of Hilda last week. I don't remember when I played Xenosaga. Because I know I finished Xenosaga 3 this month, but I can't remember. Did I start? I think I started it in November. And I finished it like the first or second Saturday of December. It feels like it's been a long while since I finished it, but I haven't really filled the void because I said I was gonna finish Kuro 2. I was like, I'm gonna do the post game. I haven't done that. Said I was gonna start AI, and I was really looking forward to it, and I did for a little bit. I was like, this is really fun. I fucking love this. I'm so glad to be back reading a Somnium game. I'm gonna do more of this tomorrow. And then I didn't, and it's been like a week since, or at least a good handful of days, because something else has come up and taken my time and my energy. A couple friends of mine have been playing through Kingdom Hearts. And as I have made it clear on this channel across numerous videos, I love Kingdom Hearts, and I also hate Kingdom Hearts. And most of my hatred for Kingdom Hearts is because I love Kingdom Hearts. But they played through, they planned on playing through all the games, so they played through 1 together. They started playing Chain. Rechain specifically said, fuck this, we don't like it, and both went into 2. And both of them separately played through Critical, did all the data fights, the mushrooms, and Lingering Will. One of them has now started BBS. I know he beat Terra's story. I don't know if the other guy has started Birth by Sleep yet. And they've also been watching the cutscenes to Days. So hearing my friends talk about Kingdom Hearts and watching them do some data fights and fighting Sephiroth and shit, that was another thing I forgot in 2. Is he's not as memorable to me in 2 as he is in 1. And a few times just going alright, pass the sticks. Let me fight Sephiroth real quick. Let me fight Roxas. Let me fight Terra. All that shit. I was like, I never did critical mode in 3 because it wasn't available when the game first came out. By the time it was, I had already played it and already fucking hated the game, so I didn't want to do it. I never did the Remind DLC because it was $30. It was half the price of the original game, and it was everything they said about it. I was like, that is shit I thought should have been in the base game. You mean you get to fight these important bosses with the characters who should be fucking fighting them? No duh. That's how the game should have been designed. Come on. I don't want to pay half the price of the full game for shit that should have been in the base game, so I refuse to get it. I was like, Seeing them play Kingdom Hearts makes me want to play more Kingdom Hearts. And this is something I never did. I know my roommate bought the DLC. He doesn't have the game because he borrowed my copy of the game. So I do have access to Remind and the data fights. And I had already done one of them because I don't remember if it was earlier this year, if it was sometime last year. I remember watching him beat Yozora. But again, I don't remember if that was 2022 or 2023. I was like, yeah, let me do these data fights. And after a while, I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I remember I beat Larxene and she was the only one. I said, okay, we're going to do this shit. I want to do these data fights, then actually play through Remind, and then fight Yozora. I don't want to fight Yozora. He looks like ass. I watched my roommate do it, and it took him like a week. But I'm gonna have to do it. Let's see. When did I start? Aside from Larxene, who I know I beat, so I still count her as someone I beat some time ago. I think I started Saturday. And Saturday, I was trying to learn Asod. Ansem Seeker of Darkness is what I've always called him. Not always. That's been more of a thing the last few years. I think since around KH3 first came out, that's what I just started calling him. But, not when I was a kid playing Kingdom Hearts the first time. He was just Ansem. Anyways, point. I was learning Asod, and I was trying to learn Xion. Sunday, I beat Asod. And then I started and beat Young Xehanort, as I call him YX. I didn't really have a good time fighting Asod. I really loved the fight with YX. Like, this is really easy to learn, but he's still very aggressive. Like, he hits you like a fucking truck. It's not like, oh wow, he is a walk in the park. But I feel like he has very distinct patterns. They're easy to pick up. He's actually a ton of fun. So that was, I believe, that was Sunday night. Because I remember I think it was already Christmas when I started fighting YX. So Monday, Christmas Day, I spent a lot of it off and on trying to learn Marluxia. And I was having a lot of fucking problems with him, but I finally beat him. And after Marluxia, I worked on Luxord and I beat Luxord. So that was Monday. Tuesday was, I started with Zigbar. Zigbar was really easy, and I think his fight is really fun. I got him down very quick. I spent most of the day losing to Saïx. I just really fucking hated fighting Saïx. And every time I start up the fight, because, there's like this quick little showdown of the organization member making a face or doing some shit, and Sora just kind of sitting there. Every time I just saw Saïx's face, I just got angry. It's like, I fucking hate you. I hate looking at you. I hate listening to you. I hate fighting you. I just hate everything about you, you motherfucker. But I got him. I fucking got him. Then I started working on Vanitas, and I got Vanitas. Vanitas is another really fun one. Yesterday was Xemnas. Xemnas took me a while, but Xemnas is really fucking fun. I absolutely love that fight. Then I was working on Terranort. Terranort took me a while. He has a very distinct pattern where it's more just, here's the 3 things he'll do. He'll start with any one of them, but then he'll do the other 2, then he'll do this, then he'll do this. Then it gets a little more randomized, because again, it's like he can do thing A, B, or C, but then after whichever one, he'll do the other 2. He's very manageable once you know what you're doing. The problem I had was, there was this one move, it's when he does this flying charge, because you can block it, reprise, and get a combo. It was really inconsistent, though. There were times it was like, all right, block, reprise, let's go, and it would work. There were other times where it wouldn't work. So Sora would just start flailing around because I thought I had my combo, and then Terranort would still be flying around, and I would get fucking juggled and die. And it sucked, and I hated it. But I got him done. So after all that, there's 3 left. Riku, Xion, and Master Xehanort. I can consistently get Xion down to her first time she uses her armor, but I'm having trouble breaking the armor. Like, I could get close, but not quite break it. And then when I'm really struggling with the timing on dodging her giant light pillars. So I need to work on that. I kind of attempted Master Xehanort, didn't know what the fuck was happening. I just exploded. And fighting Riku makes me feel like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 1 again as a kid and could not fucking beat that second Riku fight at Hollow Master. That shit is so hard. I hate it. It's a great fight. I fucking hate it so much. It just lives in my head rent-free as this oppressive symbol of just, I don't know, inferiority, domination. I hate it. I hate him so much. It's like, of course you're here. And of course you have you don't really have a pattern. You're just doing shit. What the fuck is this? That's where I'm at. I have 3 data fights left that I can do remind, which I really should have done first. So I actually learned how the fights work instead of just going straight into the fire. Then I get to fight Yuzora. But I can't even say, that's been December. That's been the past week. I've spent a good chunk of December reading Clannad and not really loving it that much. But I'm on my last route. It's Nagisa. A good chunk of the way through. I was able to fast forward most of it because I've seen a lot of these scenes in other routes. So I'm almost at After Story. I'm not finishing it all this month. Hopefully I finish After Story in January. Been reading Worm. I actually finished part 4. Earlier today. I am still enjoying it. I'll do a video on that soon. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Definitely before I start part 5. I wanted to watch the Mobile Suit Gundam 0079 film trilogy. I watched the first one. I need to watch the first 2. I need to watch the next 2. I finally made that Ding Dang Xenosaga video. I finally did that Ding Dang Ruby tier list. And then I posted my character tier list. It's like, I don't want to record this. And it's kind of like I said in my volume / the trailers and the Justice League shit and Ice Kingdom tier lists. I feel like I've kind of said everything I need to about most of these characters. So I'm just going to tier them based on the things I said. I still do want to do that Ghibli tier list. And I did watch The Boy and the Heron this month. And Red Turtle. So that's nice. I was able to complete my fucking Ghibli Infinity Gauntlet. I'm hoping I can maybe start recording that today. I really want to. If not today, then tomorrow. It's a combination of, can I fucking finally get this thing done? And also the sense of, I don't just want to do it to get it done. I want to do it because it sounds like fun. Because I wasn't trying to rhyme, but there we go. I really do enjoy Ghibli movies. I can think of one off the top of my head that I actively dislike. There's a couple others and I'm like, I don't really care for it, but I get it. It's not one that worked for me, but I can see why people would really like this one. And then there's Earwig, which I've said it enough times on the channel. Yeah, I don't like it. It's bad. If you see a trailer, if you see any 10 seconds from this movie, you go, yeah, that's pretty fucking bad. When did we watch Spirited Away? I think that was November when we saw it in theaters. I don't think it was December. What else did I do this month? There was Christmas. Christmas was nice. I mean, it sucked because I spent a lot of it trying to learn more Lucia and just fucking dying. But aside from that, I had a really lovely Christmas. I got to just notice my fucking pompadour hair. My sister came in from out of town, which she lives 2 hours away, but I hadn't seen her in a while. Oh yeah, my mom got back from her trip earlier this month. Another friend of mine came in from out of town, like out of country, not out of country, out of state. He lives in Oregon, same fucking country. He came down to visit, so I've been spending a lot of time with him and just some of my other friends. And I feel like this might sound bad, and I don't mean to make it sound bad, so I want to be careful how I say it. I think part of the reason this month has been such a blur, especially the last couple weeks, is because I've just been trying to take a lot of time to spend it hanging out with my friend, because I know I won't get to see him for a while. And it's great because I really enjoy his company and hanging out with the other guys in our group. But it does it makes every day kind of blend together. And I'm like, I have a lot of other shit I want to be doing, and I'm not getting around to it. And on the one hand, I feel bad because I'm not doing a lot of this other stuff. But when I am doing some of this other stuff, I feel bad because I could be spending that time with someone who I won't get to spend time with. I feel like either way, it's time well spent, unless I don't like the thing I'm doing. But for the most part, I feel like it's been time well spent and I'm enjoying it. But Christmas, I spent the early chunk with my family, the next chunk with my roommates. We watched the Jim Carrey / Robert Zemeckis Christmas Carol, which I'd never seen before. And I don't know if I quite loved it, but I liked it quite a bit. I'm very glad I got to see it. I think after that, I had a couple friends come over. And I did a couple data fights. I did finish another chapter of the VN script I'm working on. Had some character designs come in. One actually came in today, and I was like, oh, she looks great. I'm so happy with it. She looks beautiful. Yeah, I know I posted the plush earlier, but let me go grab him. He's only right over here. This is what Clay got me. Last year, he got me Bobby Corwin, which is what I call the Sylveon Mimikyu, and he got me this. It doesn't have a name yet. I don't know what I want to name the Clodsire plush, but it's beautiful. I don't know if this should be a he. I don't know if it's a she, but I adore it. I'd actually said quite a few times, I would love a Clodsire plush. Clodsire is just a perfect plush Pokemon. The one I have in my playthrough... Oh, that's right. I told Jose I was going to do the Iron Leaves and Walking Wake raid to get him one of each. I forgot. I need to do that pretty soon, the next couple days. Anyways, minor tangent. I don't know if that's quite enough for the bingo card. Maybe. Who knows? But I've said, I named my Clodsire Friendshape because, it's just a friend-shaped, adorable Pokemon. So I was really fucking happy when I got the plush. I don't know if I've said this in a previous video. I might have said it last week. I'm not sure. I've probably definitely said that in a few videos. I plan on taking the uniform bar exam in July. I don't really want to go super deep into work stuff, or lack thereof, but I feel like this is something I need to do, is I need to take another bar exam. So I'm going to do that. In the past week or so, I've been working on just some of the shit I need to do to get registered for it, which unfortunately, that has been kind of put on hold for a bit just because, it's the holidays. A lot of places aren't open. A lot of things are really slow. I put in a request for my transcripts from law school and a certificate of good standing with the bar. Excuse me. But holidays, it's going to be a while because places are closed. But hopefully I can get all that shit done soon. And then when I'm done with that, I can get a study course, which I think the one I was looking at said it opens in April. Because that sounds about right. It'd usually be a couple months before the bar. Make sure you study hard. Make sure you're diligent. There you go. So, I guess December. Looking ahead to January. Which is looking ahead to 2024. I still want to do my 2023 tier list. I don't think I'm going to do it today like I said I would, and I apologize for that. I don't think I'm going to do it live. because I don't really know how to set that up. I'm going to be completely honest. But I do want to make it. I don't know if I will full on record it. I don't think I should just post it. I feel like, nah, I should talk about it, but there's a lot of shit. It's gonna be long. I say that as someone who made a 4-hour video on Sea Cats, a 4-hour video on Kuro 2, and spent like 5 to 6 hours in one day recording my Ruby list. This would be long. But I do want to do it. But I think I really should wait until January, because at that point I could say, okay, this is everything I did in 2023. Like, maybe if I get the data fights finished, probably not New Zora, but at least, like, I got all the data fights finished. I can maybe kind of rank that aspect of Kingdom Hearts 3 as a 2023 thing. I don't know. Maybe if I end up watching those Gundam movies, I could put those in there, because I did it today. I wouldn't be able to put all 3 of them. If I get another Arc of Worm Red, which maybe could happen, we'll see. But I do want to do that. Other things in January. I said 14 months ago, because it was the end of 2022, that one of my big bucket list items for 2023, Fate, yeah, Sea Cats, yeah, Xenosaga, Tales of Symphonia replay, Tales of the Abyss. If I can get Eternia, I want to do that. Like, there are a lot of big items, and a lot of them I got done. One of the big ones. So I wanted to read One Piece. Didn't do that this year. Didn't start it this year. So I need to finish Clannad / After Story, which hopefully I will finish in January. When did I read Monster? Was that December? No, that was November, wasn't it? Hold up. I finished Monster the day we watched Wish, because I remember literally finishing the last chapter while sitting waiting for the movie to start. That was November. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. It was like the 22nd, I want to say it was. Anyways, sorry. I wasn't sure if, I was making sure what month Monster was in. I want to finish After Story and then start reading One Piece, which would be continuing because I got through Alabasta. So I would pick up from there. I don't want to reread the first 200 chapters. I know that's not a lot in terms of One Piece, but I'd rather not have to read shit I've already read. That I know is one of the big ones for January. In terms of shows, I really do want to get into Gundam. I really loved G Gundam, which I know is not a very good, it's not indicative of Gundam as a whole, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Witch from Mercury. And I at least watched the first 0079 movie, and I liked it quite a bit. I don't know if I quite loved it, but even Giant Robo, like, I didn't love it from the word go. I was like, I like it. Let's see where it goes. And by the end of Giant Robo, I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. I get it. When they talk about how good Giant Robo is, they're right. We'll see how it goes in the next 2 movies, but I could definitely see the potential and why people love it so much. I don't know what's after that. I think it's Zeta? I think at the very least, I want to do all the Universal Century shit. At least like the big main canon of it, which I think is 0079, Zeta, and Double Zeta, and then Char's counterattack? I think. After that, it's whatever strikes my fancy. Like, I know I've seen the first season of 00 years ago, and I didn't really get into it. I don't care to rewatch it. I don't want to watch... What's the second season called? Is it just like 002? I don't know. I'm not interested in continuing 00. I tried watching Wing. I wasn't getting into it. I don't really want to watch Wing. God, I remember when I was a kid, my sister and I watched a lot of Inuyasha. And we watched it every Saturday. In between Inuyasha and I don't remember. I want to say Detective Conan. Maybe Detective Conan was after Inuyasha. But there was something that we watched, a blank space, and then Inuyasha. And the blank space was Gundam Seed. I was not getting into it. I remember, like, dead ass, what would happen is my sister and I would take turns. One of us would stay awake through Gundam Seed while the other would take a power nap. And then we'd wake the other one up for Inuyasha. Because we tried, but we could not get into Gundam Seed. There's a part of me that says, okay, now that I'm an adult, maybe I would actually really get into it. I should try it. Another part of me, because I've heard mixed things about Seed itself, but I've heard the second, I think it's Seed Destiny, I've heard it's complete dog shit. So there's a part of me that's like, I don't really want to watch, what is it? It's either 50 episodes total, or it's like Seed is 50, and then the second season is like another 50 or 26. Like, I don't want to put that much time into something when everyone says, yeah, the second season is just horrible. So I might not watch Seed. But I do want to get into Gundam, and that is one of my big goals, at least watching stuff goals of 2024. One Piece, a friend of mine got me the next Dune book, so I do want to read that. I don't know when. I don't think it's not going to be a January thing. Maybe it will be. I don't know. I still want to read Alice in Wonderland, because I've never read Alice in Wonderland. That's a bit. You know what? I'm going to stop here. Because I don't want to go into all that other kind of shit. Because I just want to look forward to January. Because I haven't made my full 2024 list yet. Which is something I'm going to have to do soon. Probably, hopefully, before next Thursday. Or I'm like, all right, let's say one project per month per category. It's like, here's the reading project for this month. Here's the game project for this month. 12 of each. And then there might be some extra shit like One Piece. Because, like, One Piece is not going to be something I do in a month. One Piece is going to be just like, here's whatever I'm reading, plus this, plus Worm. Because I'm listening to Worm as an audiobook, so it's just kind of, when I'm just kind of doing other shit, I'm listening to it. And I'm enjoying doing that a lot. One Piece will probably, it's not going to be while I'm doing other shit. It's a manga. I have to sit and read it. But it will probably not count as a monthly reading project. It'll be kind of its own shit. So reading, whatever game it is, a show, / like specific movies, writing projects. Is there something I'm missing? I'm not sure. But I'll need to make that list and monitor it as it grows, as new things come out, or, like, for example, getting introduced to Lunar and Lunar 2 this year. I was like, cool. I don't really know much about it. It's a mystery. Let me just play it. It's not on the list, but you know what? It's on the list now. And then, yeah, I fell in love with Lunar, and then I played Eternal Blue. I was like, this one's better. Holy shit, this game's great. So I just kind of realized, like, that smile and sigh on my face is like, yeah, it makes it sound like I'm talking about, like, my schoolyard crush. I really like the Lunar games. I think that's about it. The last couple of weeks of December have been kind of a blur, but it's been a good blur. January, we'll clean up whatever's left in Kingdom Hearts 3. Then AI, and then Kuro 2, or maybe I'll clean up Kuro 2 and then do AI. I really want to play Somnium, though. Like, there's that part of me that says, like, I don't want to put off Kuro 2 any more than I already have been, but I really want to play Somnium, and then I really want to play Survive and Rain Code, because I finally got them. But I want to play Fate SR 2. I don't have that one, but I do really want to play it, and there's a lot. That's why I'm going to have to make a list. I don't have to include spaces for other shit. Like, I know when the 1,000 Year Door remake comes out, I really want to play it. Princess Peach Showtime looks like a lot of fun. I'll probably want to play that. I do want to play through a lot of the Tales games I haven't already. I don't know if I'll just say I'm doing it all this year, because there's like 13, and that alone would pretty much be my game list. But again, there's other shit already. So I'll probably take a handful, like the ones that, pretty much like the ones that Clay owns, which I think is Destiny, Legendia, Zillia. I think those are the ones that he owns that I haven't played yet. Then I'll probably do what I can to play Destiny 2, like actually Destiny 2, not Eternia. Legendy I don't think has a sequel. Zillia does, so I'll probably try to play Zillia 2. And I do want to go ahead and play Fantasia. I'll probably try to play Fantasia before any of those other ones. It's the first one that came out. I should have already played it by now. I'm not going to play Symphonia 2. It's not a mothership title, so I don't have to. And I really don't fucking want to. I'm looking forward to next Thursday. Because like I said, at that point, that's going to be my roadmap of the year. This is what we're going to try to do. And I have to hold myself to it, so I actually fucking do that. And hopefully I can finally do that Ghibli list either today or mañana. So, Happy New Year. I hope you had a really good 2023. And I hope your 2024 is even better.